20. Sleepers 1996. Brad plays a lawyer who grew up with a rough past. He and his childhood friends team up to get justice for something bad that happened to them when they were kids. 21. The Devil's Own 1997. He plays a man from Ireland who moves into the house of a police officer. It's a tense story because he's keeping a big secret about why he's really in America. 22. 7 Years in Tibet, 1997, he plays a mountain climber who gets stuck in a faraway land during a war. While he's there, he becomes best friends with a very important young leader. 23. Meet Joe Black, 1998. Brad plays a very mysterious man who is actually death in a human body. He visits Earth to learn what it's like to be a person and ends up falling in love. 24. Fight Club 1999. This is one of his coolest roles as a guy named Tyler Durden who starts an underground club. He's super tough, very smart, and likes to challenge the way people live. 25. Snatch 2000. He plays a boxer who talks with a very funny accent that is almost impossible to understand. It's a fast and silly movie about a giant diamond that everyone wants to steal. 26. The Mexican 2001. Brad plays a guy who has to travel to Mexico to find a legendary old gun. Everything goes wrong for him on the trip, making it a very funny adventure. 27. Spy Game 2001. He plays a secret agent who gets caught in a dangerous situation in another country. His old teacher has to use all his spy tricks to try and save him before it's too late. 28. Oceans 11-2001. He's the super cool Rusty, the guy who helps plan a massive bank robbery in Las Vegas. He's always eating something in every scene and never seems to get stressed out. 29. Confessions of Dangerous Mind 2002. He shows up on a dating game show for just a second as a funny surprise for the audience. 30. Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas 2003. Brad uses just his voice to play a brave sailor on a big, magical adventure. He has to save his best friend by finding a special book and fighting monsters. 31. Troy 2004. He plays the legendary warrior Achilles in this giant movie about a famous war. He looks like a real-life superhero and is known as the greatest fighter in the world. 32. Ocean's 12 2004. The whole team from the first movie is back for another big mission in Europe. Brad's character, Rusty, is still the cool guy, helping the group pull off their tricks. 33. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, 2005. He plays a man who finds out his wife is also a secret spy. It's a big action movie where a married couple has to figure out why they're trying to catch each other. 34. Babal 2006. He plays a husband who is desperately trying to save his wife while they are on vacation. It's a serious story about how one small accident can affect people all over the world. 35. Ocean's 13 2007. The crew heads back to Las Vegas to get revenge on a mean casino owner. Brad is back as Rusty, and this time they're reusing high-tech gadgets to win big. 36. The Assassination of Jesse James 2007. He plays a very famous outlaw from the Old West named Jesse James. The movie is a beautiful, slow story about his final days and the man who was obsessed with him. 37. Burn. After reading 2008. Brad is hilarious in this one as a goofy gym employee who finds a secret computer disk. 38. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button 2008. In this magical story, he plays a man who is born old and gets younger as the years go by. It's a beautiful journey through his whole life as he ages backwards. 39. Inglourious Basterds 2009. He plays a tough soldier with a funny mustache who leads a squad of Nazi hunters. He has a very strong southern accent and tells his team exactly what they need to do. 40. Megamind 2010. Brad voices a superhero named Metro Man, who everyone in the city loves. He's perfect and strong, but he eventually decides he wants to try something different with his life. 41. The Tree of Life, 2011. He plays a strict father, raising his sons in Texas a long time ago. It's a very artistic movie that looks at how families grow up and the meaning of life. 42. Moneyball, 2011. He plays the manager of a baseball team who uses math and data to win games. Even though his team is poor, he finds a way to beat the richest teams in the league. 43. Happy Feet to 2011. Brad voices a tiny little shrimp named Will the Krill who lives in the ocean. He and his friend Matt want to be famous and leave their giant swarm to explore the world. 44. Killing Them Softly, 2012. He plays a fixer for the mob who is hired to track down some people who robbed a card game. He's very calm, very cool, and very dangerous. 45. World War Z, 2013. Brad is a hero father who has to travel the world to find a cure for a zombie outbreak. It's a super fast movie with giant waves of zombies chasing him everywhere. 46. 12 Years a Slave, 2013. He has a small but very important role as a kind man who helps a person get home. His character is one of the few people who stands up for what is right. 47. The Counselor, 2013. He plays a smart-talking middleman involved in some very dangerous business deals. It's a dark story where he warns the main character about the trouble they're in. 48. Fury 2014. Brad plays a battle-hardened sergeant in charge of a tank crew during World War II. He's a tough leader who has to keep his young soldiers safe during a big fight. 49. By the Sea, 2015, he plays a writer who travels to France with his wife to try and fix their marriage. It's a quiet, moody movie that he actually filmed with his real-life wife at the time. 50. The Big Short, 2015. He plays a retired banker who helps two younger guys make a lot of money from a big housing market crash. He's very serious and warns them that this isn't something to cheer about. 51. Allied, 2016. Brad plays a spy during World War II who falls in love with another spy. The story gets intense when he's told his wife might actually be working for the enemy. 52. War Machine, 2017. He plays a high-ranking general with a very stiff walk and a funny way of talking. It's a comedy that pokes fun at how the military handles big wars. 53. Deadpool 2018. This is a famous 2-second joke where he plays an invisible hero named the Vanisher. You only see his face for a split second when he accidentally hits some power lines. 54. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, 2019, he plays a cool stuntman named Cliff Booth, who drives a yellow car around old Hollywood. This role was so good that he finally won his first acting Oscar for it. 55. Ad Astra, 2019. Brad plays an astronaut who has to travel all the way to the edge of the solar system. He's on a mission to find his father, who disappeared in space many years ago. 56. The Lost City, 2022. He has a hilarious guest role as a super tough trainer who comes to rescue someone from a jungle. He looks like a perfect action hero, which makes it even funnier when things go wrong. 57. Bullet Train, 2022. He plays an unlucky assassin named Ladybug who just wants to do his job peacefully. Unfortunately, he's stuck on a fast train filled with other people trying to fight him. 58. Babylon, 2022. Brad plays a famous movie star from the very early days of Hollywood. He lives a wild, fancy life as movies change from being silent to having sound. 59. If 2024 and a funny callback to death, he appears as an invisible imaginary friend named Keith. He doesn't have any lines, and you only know he's there when characters trip over him. 60. Whilst 2024, he reunites with his friend George Clooney, and they both play fixers who clean up crimes. They both think they're the best at their job and have to learn how to work together. 61. F1 2025. Brad plays a veteran race car driver who comes out of retirement to help a young rookie. It's a high-speed story about racing cars and getting a second chance to win.